Hey everybody, Lia Tsukino here. Welcome back to our What Is series. So, for those of you who are new, the What Is series is me explaining some conditions that I have, and if you want to know some more about health conditions of some other things, I'll be willing to look them up and do that for you guys. So you guys can comment down in the description box below. So today for our What Is segment, we are going to be talking about dysautonomia or POTS. So what is dysautonomia? So according to the Dysautonomia International website, dysautonomia is an umbrella term used to describe several different medical conditions that cause a malfunction of the autonomic nervous system. So, if you guys don't know what the autonomic nervous system is, just go like this. Stand up and just go like that. Because your autonomic nervous system is basically your entire body. Your autonomic nervous system functions your brain. Basically what the things you don't really think about, what your brain thinks about but you don't necessarily think about. So heart rate, blood pressure, digestion, dilation, constriction of the pupils, eyes, kidney function, and temperature control. So yeah. So basically, it's the things that our brain cognitively thinks of that we don't necessarily think of. So breathing is also on that list. So, and dysautonomia is not rare. It's not a rare condition. Worldwide, there are over 7 million people with this condition. I'm one of these people. There are various forms of dysautonomia. And it ranges for people of age, gender, and race. And there's no cure for it. Just like Chiari malformation, gastroparesis, my other two videos that I'll link down in the description box below, where you can click into the box here that if you click down to the little videos here. So the different forms of dysautonomia, we have postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, or POTS. Sorry, that one's a little big for me, so we're just going to call it POTS if it comes back up again. So it impacts 1 to 100 teenagers, including adults, a total of 1 million to 3 million Americans. So POTS can cause lightheadedness, fainting, tachycardia, chest pain, shortness of breath, GI upset, shaking, exercise intolerance, temperature sensitivity, and a lot more. So basically dizziness and falls under there. A lot things. And POTS happens more frequently with young women than it does men, but men can get POTS as well. Researchers compare this disability and have seen in POTS to the disability conditions such as COPD and congestive heart failure, which is kind of interesting in itself if you think about it. because so Mia has tachycardia. I have dysautonomia / POTS. That's what I was diagnosed with. Yeah, it's a genetic condition. So the next one is sorry, I can't speak this one. Genic synecope. Sorry, I should have practiced. But it's also NCS. So we'll call it NCS. But this is the most common form of dysautonomia. And this impacts tens of millions of individuals worldwide. These individuals have mild cases with fainting spells once or twice in their lifetime, but most individuals have severe I'm sorry, I should have practiced, but some individuals have severe cases that result in fainting several times a day, which lead to falls, broken bones, and traumatic brain injuries, which is very, very scary. Individuals with moderate to severe NCS have difficulty engaging in work, school, and social activities due to frequent fainting attacks. So NCS is very, very scary. Just entirely scary. I've had cases where I just up and faint, but that can also be part of POTS as well, because POTS you can also faint and pass out with POTS, with a racing heartbeat, slow rhythm heartbeat. But let's go to the next one. Multiple symptom atrophy, or MSA. So MSA is the fatal form of dysautonomia, and it occurs in adults who are age 40 and up. This is a neurodegenerative disorder with it's similar to Parkinson's disease, but it's not really. It's similar to Parkinson's, but not quite Parkinson's. MSA patients usually become fully bedridden within 2 years of the diagnosis and are given, 5 to 10 years of a lifespan after that. MSA is considered a rare disease with an estimate of 350,000 patients worldwide. But dysautonomia can also occur to secondary medical problems like diabetes, multiple sclerosis, MS. Sorry, I'm going to say MS. This is going to take a long time to edit. I might not edit. Rheumatoid arthritis, celiac, lupus, and Parkinson's. And as I stated in the beginning, this disease has no cure, but secondary forms may have improved treatment of the underlying disease. And some treatments are able to improve quality of life with medication and life changes and adaptations. And even using all the treatments available, dysautonomia patients still continue to experience disabling symptoms, reduce the quality of life. But it's dysautonomia has played a big impact in my life. It hurts because it affects the stuff that you don't think about. It really does. And thinking about having when I found out that I had dysautonomia / POTS, it was really scary because I was just high school. I was a high school student when I found out. And yet, looking back to when I first started getting sick, well, not started getting sick, like my childhood to that point, I was like, so my passing out spells were that? My random heart beating stuff was that? What is going on here? Because I just, when the doctor told me, said, yeah, it's dysautonomia POTS, it was like my life flashed before my eyes moment. Because it was like madness. It felt like I was going mad because I just had my gastroparesis diagnosis. And now I have another diagnosis on top of it. And I had just barely started getting more information about gastroparesis from other people around the world who had it, my friends that I know now. And now I have to find people who know about dysautonomia. And it was just really devastating because it hurt me. It hurt my social life. Both diagnoses really hurt my social life. But the one that really hurt me was dysautonomia, because I remember going to school the first time before I was diagnosed with dysautonomia, and there was a flight of stairs at our high school. I was going to, I think it was my health class, because I don't quite remember it. All I remember is walking up the stairs, and I hated those stairs because they were very, very steep. And they were steep, but they weren't long. Like, they were like this, but each stair was like that far apart. But each of them were like that. And they were just big and long. I remember walking up the stairs, and then all of a sudden I'm down this flight of stairs. And people are around me going, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And then the bell rings saying, "Oh," and then I go, "I'm late for class." All of a sudden. And I go to class, and my teacher's like, "Why are you late?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I just was walking up the stairs, and then next minute I'm on the ground." And people are like, "Yeah, we saw her just fall. All of a sudden she's just walking, and all of a sudden she just rolls down the ground like something in a cartoon." I'm like, did that really happen? All I remember is just walking upstairs, and then the next minute My doggy's snoring. But yeah. But after that day, I started experiencing more and more things that kept reminding me of things from my childhood. But then when I got the diagnosis, that was when I had that flash of, yep, that explains everything. But anyway, I will link the Dysautonomia International down in the description box below for you guys to look at. And if you want to learn more about dysautonomia, they have a great website, and I trust them really much because I've been to a webinar from, not a webinar, a conference from them, and they are very good people. They do amazing stuff. Anyway, if you guys like that, consider this video, consider getting it, blah, blah. If you guys like this video, consider giving a thumbs up and subscribing if you haven't already. Sending my heart out to each and every single one of you, as well as my love. As always, links to my social media is down in the description box below, including this link to the Dysautonomia International. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.